Well, good. Hello, everyone. Let's see here. See what I'm just looking to see. Meeting is now. Okay, streaming live on. All right, great. We are streaming live on Facebook. And welcome from The Voice 17104 Harrisburg. Brother Chris Thomas there. As you can see, that wonderful opening post of ours. I guess that's what you call it. But all those famous writers, those great writers, so many of whom I've had a chance to meet as well. I hope you are familiar with them. And this is the Writer's Wordshop. Every Friday night, here we are on The Voice, 17104.com and 17104 Harrisburg. We're so glad to have this opportunity to speak with you. We are located here in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, and we have been going strong for some 47 years. Started back in 1977, and so we have enjoyed a wonderful run. We want to thank God for all the blessings He's bestowed upon this particular organization and the things we try to do. Meeting different folks. Hey, this is my man. Okay, Brother Neil, how you doing?
Hey.
All right.
Hello.
Glad. Thank you,
Hey,
brother, for
Chris.
coming on. Mhm.
Good.
Yeah.
God bless you, brother Neil. Welcome back, man.
Thank you, brother.
Yes. Yeah, man. We just open it up. I was like, okay, we'll see how long I have to ride this bad boy by myself.
I'm here. Well, you know what the man says, where two or three are gathered.
That's right. That's all we need. That's all
Right.
we need. Yeah. So, man, our brother Chris had asked me, what's going on. And, I know we have something coming up in the last part of this month. We will be celebrating the Easter egg hunt and all that kind of good stuff. So we'll talk about that a little bit later. And there's some other things coming up too. We have, in fact, in April the 20th, we're doing a wonderful event here, and we'll talk more about that. But anyhow, also I have a couple things going on with the chaplaincy program and all that. But how about yourself? Anything happening that we might want to know about, be aware of?
No,
Okay,
I'm just I'm pretty isolated, man, working on finishing up my piece,
that's good.
finishing
That's
my
good,
book,
though.
and I need to have it ready to go to the editor next month.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's great, man. That's good news. In fact, I've been working with something on something with Ro Brady, and so she's getting near the end there, and I have an assignment to do, and so we'll be looking at that and see what's going on. I do want to get the latest anthology. I told you we reproduced that bad boy, and Terry Martinez did a wonderful job for us. So I got to invest in that and get that hooked up. Wendy No Cherry Onye, this weekend, she's over at what's called the what is that called? Let's see, it's a mall. I'm just drawing a blank all of a sudden. You know. Hey, how you doing there, Ro? Good seeing you.
Good. How are you?
Hey,
Hey,
Ro.
All right,
Neil.
real
Hello,
good.
Ro. Hey.
Hey, what's the name of that mall across the way at Camp Hill, whatever? What is that called? The Capital City Mall. I think that's what it is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was just mentioning that
That's
Wendy's
where
over there.
Wendy is. Yeah.
Yeah, doing some vending, absolutely. Yeah, so
Yeah, I saw her on
yeah,
IG.
yeah. Oh, she's
Wendy.
doing okay. I gotta check that out. But
Yeah.
yeah, so anyhow, I was saying that I have an assignment to finish up our project, and Ro and I have been working on this. She's done a fantastic job, and so I've got little things to do. So other things going on, things coming up, and all that kind of good stuff. But let's talk about we start off, Neil. You're talking about your project, finishing up something here, and then we'll get to Ro, and then I'll talk about a few things too. Uh, Start with Brother Neil. You said you had something that you're working on that you hope to have done by the end of the month.
Yeah, it's the next novel, The Rise and Fall of the Fourth Reich. So I'm I'm on a timeline, so I definitely need to get it done next month so I can get to the editor and so I can get it ready because I have a couple of contests I need to go into who have deadlines. I need to get it into them.
Yeah.
And then I also want to have it released in September, maybe August.
Okay. Good. Good, man. Well, best with that. Best of luck with that. And we're all looking forward to reading it, of course, and getting the hands on it. And thank you for, giving us some snippets along the way. It's good stuff, man. Good stuff. Yeah. So all right. And then Ro, I know you're working on a number of projects too. What's happening in your neck of the woods?
Oh yeah, I got a lot going on over here. We just finished It's All Love. It's the anthology I did for the historical romance. So it's not out in paperback yet, but it is an ebook.
Okay.
So if anybody loves anthologies, it's all romance, like every kind of romance you can think of. And I said this was writing for a good cause because the proceeds don't come to us, they go for scholarships for high school students.
Okay.
So that's
Okay.
my finished project. I found this amazing artist, book cover artist who's doing two book covers for me. I'm prayerfully, hopefully be ready to launch them by June, I'd say.
Okay. Good, good, good. Excellent, excellent.
Hey, Ro, who
So,
is the book cover artist? I want to reach out to him because I'm.
High schools are so full of amazing artists.
yes.
I was subbing over at Middletown High School, and there was just a slew of artwork on the walls and hallways. So I went and talked to the art teacher and asked him about his advanced students, and he said, "Yeah, I have one who's amazing." And he hooked me up with her and the cover that she's doing two for me. They are amazing. Amazing, and she wants to be, go to school for art. Yeah, she's doing digital art.
Is she
So
open to other writers and stuff at this time?
yes, yes. I told her, I said, I'm going to help you build your portfolio. So she's so excited. She's
Okay.
like bubbled over. She said, yes, yes, please, please. So I will definitely connect you both of you with
Thank
her.
you. I
She'll be so
appreciate it.
excited. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm working on the children's novel, and I kind of started and then I stopped and stuff. But then once the illustrator you mentioned, and I saw her work, by the way, I saw that one piece she did, very, very good, very good. So, yeah. So I don't know if you want to mention her now, or you wait until we get off, or that kind of thing. But
Yeah,
tell her you got
definitely.
two prospects here, Brother Neil and Brother Nate. So
Yeah,
Yeah,
we'll
she's
see whether or not we
extremely
can.
definitely.
talented. Yeah. And this, I look at it as an opportunity to give back,
Mm-hmm.
and for a young artist who's wants to make a career out of art, what better way to start, and develop a portfolio and say, I worked with, several different authors. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah,
she's
yeah,
she has
absolutely.
another
Yeah.
year of high school left. So I was talking to her art teacher, and he said, "Yeah, you can have her for another year or so, maybe even more than that, because she wants to do
About that, yeah.
art."
Mhm. Good
Yeah,
stuff. Great, great, great. Yeah, well, that's all right. That's all right.
I
Hey,
would definitely let her know.
mhm. We're having I'm gonna ask Brother Chris if he'll bring up the flyer that we were talking about. This coming what is it, March the 30th. We're gonna have our that's a Saturday, our Easter egg hunt. It's the day before Easter, and that's going to take place March the 30th out there, 900 South Arlington Avenue, to be outdoors. And we're looking for all kinds of different activities and stuff. So, maybe get a couple illustrators out there. People might want to do a little painting and drawing, or maybe, how sometimes people do faces, or they draw people's pictures and all that kind of stuff. Who knows? That's another way of getting yourself out there, maybe making a little bit of money on the side. Who knows? Being a vendor and all that stuff. But we are looking for vendors, and we do have a wonderful array of things already lined up that will enjoy. And it's all free, of course, free and open to the public. And the kids had a ball last year. We had about 200 kids come out last year, and grab up eggs and stuff. We're going to do the same kind of thing to be out front, like I said, of 900 South Arlington Avenue in Harrisburg, PA. That's out in the Union Deposit area, right up from Community General Hospital if you need a landmark. And we're gonna have the microphone up doing some poetry and people painting and all kinds of good stuff. So it's gonna be a lot of fun. So we hope that you'll come out and be a part of that. I mean, especially like young people like we're talking about now. Uh-oh, look at this. Ro Brady and poetry. Yeah, that's a nice
Oh,
picture.
where's that from?
Yes, that's from you.
That's on Queenie's Corner.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, I'm working with her for my poetry release. I didn't see that one.
Okay, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I've been so busy with paper and pencil. I have not been at my computer. Sometimes I just like sit and write stuff in my notebooks. That's what I've been doing, stuff
That's
for her.
nice. That's real nice.
Yeah, that's a
Capital
nice
City
one.
Mall, this is March 8th to 10th, okay. Uh-huh, very good. So wait a
That's
minute,
where
that's
Wendy's at. That's where Wendy's
oh,
at.
this is Wendy's doing now. Okay, spring forward pop-up. Okay, the pop-up. Yes, good, good, good. Yeah, Wendy's there all weekend long. Hey, do you have any covers or anything of Brother Neil? I don't think you ever brought anything up of
Yeah,
Neil's.
he has.
Yes,
He has.
okay. Bring
Yeah.
something up of Brother Neil's tonight, man. Neil Owens out of the boonies in North Carolina. Let's see what you got there. Yeah, because I think you have what the cover of your book is Neil, something out there.
Yeah, I think yeah, I think he pulled up some of my work
Okay, all right.
covers before, some things
Well,
from
I know he's a master at that stuff. He can find it and pull it up. If it can be done, he'll do it. Yes, indeed. So, okay. But let's bring up Brother Niels if we can. Hey, listen, but let me throw this out there. Oh, here we go. Let's see what we got. Yeah, oh yeah. Oh yeah. Uh-huh. Very nice. Okay. Yeah, that's a good one. Neil Owens. Journal. Thank you. Okay. Yeah. Hey, listen, I want to make sure that you guys remember, and I got to get this out tonight or tomorrow. I mean, I keep dragging my feet here, but we are about a month away from the AXO competition, which will take place on April the 13th, John Harris High School. And we're still looking for, we have over 40 something young people already signed up. And we have 32 different categories. And a lot of our young people are into like 2 and 3 different categories. But anyhow, don't forget, AXO is taking place, in fact, tomorrow down in Philadelphia. They're doing their AXO competition tomorrow. And so they're getting a whole month-long jump on us, doing it. But I mean, it's no competition on the local level for us. But that national level, boy, that's always something else. But anyhow, so if there's anyone in the greater Harrisburg area that's still interested in, participating in the NAACP AXO competition, which stands for Afro Academic, Cultural, Technological, Scientific Olympics. And if you don't know anything about it, you just want to look up NAACP AXO, ACTSO, and look at the criteria, look at all of the various categories. And, like I said, 9th grade to 12th grade, and it costs you nothing to sign up and nothing to compete. We'd love to have you. And by the way, if you get a gold medal, and, we can only have one gold medal, and so you may have 2 or 3 people, awarded the gold medal, but we go by points, the point system. So if you win a gold medal, you can go out to this year to be Las Vegas, Nevada, and that'll take place in July. I think it's July the 10th through the 14th. And so it's always a blast. I'm telling you, once you go, you want to go again and again. And it's always a different place each year. Now, last year we were in Boston, Massachusetts, had a ball this year. And I'm always amazed that we don't have a flood. I would think we'd have 200, 300 kids signing up because we include all the area schools. But we have a good 40. And I just, I know there's a lot of talent out there. And like I said, you have 32 to 33 different categories. There's even one category which is just for women. It's a writing an essay contest. So you go online, you see what the essay is all about, you write the essay. And the last 2 years, we had 2 young people, Mrs. Mabala, her last name is, and then also, I'm drawing a blank. Mabala is out at University of Pittsburgh. She's in her 2nd year. And then we have a young lady who's at Howard University, who's in her 1st year. They both won $10,000 scholarships by just simply, what's this here? Let me see, meeting. Neil Owens shared a file. Okay, in the meeting. Okay. We can bring that up and see that. We'll check it out.
I got a
If
question.
you bring that file up, that'd be wonderful.
What time did the
Say
judges
again,
see John Harris?
John Harris. Well,
What
we
time
used to
did the
start
judges have to be there?
probably at 9 o'clock, I would think. We
Okay.
haven't actually established that yet, but usually it was around 9 because I think the actual
Oh, okay.
competition started around 10. But we may say 8:30 and start around 9:30. I'll let you know for
You said,
sure.
okay, all
Yeah,
right.
we
I
have an
just wondered.
orientation. Yeah, we have an orientation on the 23rd, I think we said, of this month. And so we'll talk more about that, the
Oh, okay. I
orientation.
thought I might have missed something.
No, we have it still coming up. We had new forms. The forms have been modified slightly, so we just had a meeting on Wednesday to talk about the new forms that are out. And Cabo, went over all that with us, so we need to send those out. And also we're asking the students to bring their projects in. I think it's a week before the actual competition. So all the judges will receive all the, the projects, whoop, all the projects. And then, from there, we'll, do stuff. Oh, let me see, Brother Trasher here, hold on a second. Hello?
Mm.
Sorry about that. Yeah, he's a writer. That's a good brother there. And I thought he was trying to get on, but actually he and I are gonna talk after the show here tonight. But he's somebody that might be joining us pretty soon. He's an excellent writer, has his, degrees and stuff, and has done a number of things. So he just forgot about the writer's workshop, but we'll get him on there. That's Brother Jamar Trasher. He's a great writer, a good guy, and doing a lot of good stuff. So anyhow, we'll be talking. So I saw something coming up. Was that the first video, Brother Chris? Did you want to bring that up?
Well, I didn't know how long you were going to be on the phone, so I just
Yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, but anyhow, so when he may join us, I'll let you know because we're not just letting anybody in. But when he's decided he's going to come on, I'll let you know who he is, Chris, and make sure that we identify him and all that stuff.
Sure, no worries at all.
Okay, appreciate it, man. Appreciate you. All right, so anyhow, and I turned my phone down too. That thing was loud. So anyhow, what was I saying? Oh, Ro, tell people about your business real quick about the editing and just what you're doing, and then we'll go into some other things as well.
Yes, I've been quite busy with RB Clean Page Editing. I started this, actually, it's been a few months ago. I've been surprised. I've been getting some emails and some phone calls about ghostwriting services, editing services. Some of the stories that are in the anthology, I edited. So I've been really busy. So if anybody wants to reach out to me, or if you want book coaching, reach out to me at rbcleanpageediting@gmail.com.
All right, good stuff. And Neil, tell us about some of the groups you're either, things that you're doing, offering, or people that you work with, that people who are interested in writing or producing books or articles, or whatever, maybe could utilize their services as well. You're muted right now, Neil. I don't know if you noticed that. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, my
All right.
website is orangepublishing.com. You can reach me by email. My business is Neil Owens at orangepublishing.com. So I definitely do some coaching and insight and help with resources and
Okay.
anything to help an up and coming inspiring writer, get started, advice and all that sort. So I definitely believe in sharing everything I have with them to help them.
Fantastic. Good stuff. Good stuff. And say your information one more time if anyone wants to contact you.
Yeah, it's website is orangepublishing.com, and my business email is neilowens@orangepublishing.com. There you go, right there.
Very nice. Yeah.
Yeah, that file I sent was a picture with me and Obama when Obama
Oh, let's see that one.
came to
Brother Chris, did you see that file? Can you bring that up? All right. Good stuff. Now, wait a minute. Those are your books, or this is at a
that
book
was
fair?
he came to building where I worked, and he came with the Los Angeles Lakers. This is when they came to DC. They had won the championship, and Obama hosted them there, and they was putting together packages and things of this to mail out to military people.
Nice, nice, nice. I'm trying to remember, was I on the Lakers team at the time or what? Was this or was I
Well,
still dreaming?
Kobe was on their team. Yeah,
Was he on the team?
yeah, Kobe
That's
was
all
on.
right. Good stuff, man. That's great. That's a great picture too. Wow, good stuff. Okay. Yeah, also we use Terry Martinez, TW Publishing. And so I don't have her official website here, but it is T DUB, TW Publishing, and the name is Terry Martinez. So you can always look her up. And she does a lot of great work. She's always busy. Terry sits in her window while she's working, and I see her every single day, doing what she does. But she works for a lot of clients in a lot of different ways, and is publishing. In fact, she just did our the anthology over, and she did a great job with that. So anyhow, that's available now, and that's called Beyond the Surface with Writer's Wordshop, and you can find it on Amazon, and hopefully, I guess we're going to get it on. What is it? Something Sparks? What is that again? Um,
Ingram Sparks.
Ingram Sparks. Thank you. Okay, yeah, get it on
Oh, I
that
mean,
kind of
this
thing.
is
Yeah.
the new one, or is this the original one, the first
This
one?
was the, I don't know, did you ever see the very first one we did called Beyond the Surface? That was back in the 90s. It was in the early 2000s. You may not have seen this because we didn't do much with it at all. It was really, really good, and had Dr. Dorothy King, oh wow, Christine Johnson, who is now just taken off into the stratosphere, where she's an artist, and
Yeah,
she's
no, she
yeah,
worked
yeah,
with us
she's
for a hair
very
store.
good. Yeah, okay. Well, she has some artwork out there, and in the anthology, and also some poetry. Claude Lewis, of course, Betty Curtis. I'm just trying to think of all the people. So this is something, I think Bonnie Green may have had a piece in there, a couple of pieces in there. So this was really something that was a really good labor of love. At one time, we put it together. It wasn't as fancy as it could have been. So I dug it up and I said, let's do more with this. And so got it done again. Miriam Kessler contributed. She was a great Jewish writer,
Sorry
older
for
lady
her.
who came to us. Remember Miriam? Okay, excellent.
Mhm.
So that's right. You go way back in that word shop here, Ro. And then also, I can't think of her name, but she's a great artist. She has a pencil piece in there that's just outstanding. Something about the rain. But anyhow, that's out and it's on Amazon now. And Terry was the one who kind of, pulled all that together for us again. So that's that. And what else is happening? What else is happening? Oh, so let me tell you more about what's going to happen on April the 20th. We're going to be at Central Penn College. I was still putting all the pieces together. Maria Chow will be featured there. She's doing a 2-hour workshop for us. We just talked about this and, decided to go with that. But we're also honoring some writers from the Harrisburg area in particular who have, contributed over the years to the Writers Workshop and this kind of thing. So it'll be our first annual. And then also we're looking to honor some people who are outside of the area, who have done just tremendous work and doing things. So tell you more about that as that goes off. It's going to be a quasi fundraiser for the Writers Workshop and all that, but it's really low cost, something it's a really nice venue. The Central Penn has a real nice setup over there. And we're gonna have a great time. We have some great things in store. We're looking for all the poets that we can possibly have, both locally as well as online, to be able to contribute to that evening that day. And we're just gonna have a lot of fun with open reading, some entertainment, and also the workshop itself. So that's all planned for Saturday, April the 20th, Central Penn College, and I think it's called Summerdale. Here in the Harrisburg area, okay? Summerdale area. So that's coming up. We don't have an official flyer out for that yet, but we will very, very soon. And also the magazine that we have decided to post. We're still working on that, but it's called Amandala, and it's Black History 365. And so we've put together a nice, some articles and different things that hopefully will appear in that. And we're hoping to bring it out every month, so we'll see how that goes. We were fortunate enough to get a notification that the workshop did receive one of the grants from the, what do you call it, from the county. What is it called? I was messing that up. But anyhow, they gave us a generous grant. And so that was a nice, surprise. And so we're looking forward to working and doing a few more things that we were not able to do last year, to do more things this year with that. So, we'll just keep it moving as much as we can. All right. We have reestablished connection with Elizabethtown College, And it's just a matter of now deciding which day would be the better day, to do that. Let's look at our first video for tonight, if you don't mind. If Brother Chris, if you can bring up the first video for tonight, I'd appreciate that.
To the girl in English class, what is funny? What is hilarious about my painful attempt to communicate in a language that is not even my own? See, this accent tells a story of survival. Tells how my mother tongue endured to this day, so I expect you treat my tongue with some respect. Every word, every syllable I utter comes from a riot within. My mouth is a babble between subconscious tongue, teeth, and vocal cord. So excuse you if my speech does not suit you. See, this speech comes from this slaughterhouse I call a mouth. See, my mouth is a battlefield. A clash of unyielding cultures, warring for dominance. See, my tongue is a traumatized survivor. Lost in this alien fluency. See, this accent is how I find my way home. How I say idikpi without biting my tongue. See, my tongue is forever at war with itself. Forever fighting to decolonize itself. Fighting to lose and regain itself all at the same time. So cut me some slack. I will not be ashamed nor refrain from saying my name. And no, I will not apologize for my mother's legacy. For there is no dignity in denying my identity. So to the girl in English class, it's about time you learned my own language too.
Nice. She was fast. That's really good. Very,
Mhm.
very good. That's something that is, and thank you for playing that, Chris. I noticed that at Living Springs, the church where our, church is housed, they are probably, I would say at this point, 98 to 99% from the continent of Africa, but they also come from Haiti and from Jamaica, and it's interesting, to hear the conversation and all that. And sometimes we struggle to understand, what they're saying. I'm also teaching some classes through Janine Bible Institute, and all of the brothers just about are from ancestors are from Africa, and many of them are studying in China. And in fact, the chaplain's class that I'm doing, two of the brothers on there are already surgeons. They've already completed their studies and they're working surgeons, but they decided they're going to look into, chaplaincy. And so, hearing the accent, that we call the accent, the dialect, sometimes it's hard to understand, but the key is we have to do it. It's time we learn, to accept our brothers and sisters and yeah, we talk differently and they talk differently, but we still got to communicate. So that's really good. And I'm glad that we're having more interfacing, more people are beginning to understand that, so. It seems to now we have more folks from the continent in the United States than we've ever had before. That just seems to me. Is that your reality? I don't know. I see Ro, you kind of
When you go as a substitute, I go into classes now and there are so many students from other countries. And, I always say to them, tell me how to pronounce your name. I don't want to pronounce it wrong. And some of the names are very like phonetically, they're pronounced much differently than we would say them. So I'm
Yes,
used to like
absolutely.
old school phonics. And it's a new school of phonics. So I'll say, if I'm taking attendance, I'll say, I apologize first if I pronounce this wrong.
They're very good. Yeah, I have to do the same thing. Yeah. And I'm really bad. I've never been great with phonics, period, and then to have some of these names and some of the spellings, you say, now wait a minute, you see how many different versions of Tamika, do you see? I mean, there's all kinds of different ways that people are spelling these things. I can't come up with all the different, variations. Now that photo that you showed of you and Barack Obama, now, was that in a school setting? I know you said in Tumar building, but it looked like a school, or was it a business deal?
What did you say about?
The picture that you showed with you and Barack Obama?
Oh yeah, that was a facility. I was the director for DC and Maryland region, and Obama came to. That's actually it's a Boys and Girls Club facility.
Okay.
In Southeast DC, and and he came there. But the Lakers had an event there at that facility.
Yeah.
And so I was very one-on-one with Obama. So
fantastic, man. Good stuff. Good stuff. How did you find him?
Man, this brother is very, very deep, man. And yeah, man, he's truly a black man, what he is.
Hey,
You know, he's
down
he's
to earth.
he's everything, he's everything that you would expect coming out of a church by the reverend.
There you go. Yeah,
He's
Jeremiah
all of
Wright.
that, man. That's what he is.
Okay, good, good, good. One of my favorite preachers,
Yeah,
Jeremiah
that's
Wright,
what he
man.
is, man. That's what Obama is.
Mm-hmm. The audacity of hope, huh?
Yeah.
Mm.
That's good stuff. Yeah. So, okay. So let's start do a little, we're going to read tonight, of course, and everything for people just tuning in. This is the Writers Workshop, and, we come on every Friday night here on The Voice, 17104.com and 17104 Harrisburg, I like to say. And we are on Facebook Live, and we would love to have you if you are a writer, aspiring writer, or someone who is, maybe, and it doesn't have to be poetry, by the way, it could be any genre of writing. We'd love to have you come on. However, because of it, we are I won't say an exclusive club, but we are protective of the space because we've had people come on for a whole bunch of nonsense and hijack and do, pornography and start cursing, all that stuff, which we don't allow. So we, say, we will bring you on by invitation only. But we are open if you are an author and you'd like to get your book out there and talk about your works. We would love to have you come on. I think it was 2 weeks ago we had on a young man. Or was it last week, Brother Chris? The young man that came on and well, I think both of you
Yeah,
enrolled.
brother was very good, man. Yeah,
Yeah,
that brother was that's a good young brother, man, with some serious talent.
absolutely. Was
The
that last week?
mindset is
That was
very
last week, yes,
strong.
sir.
That was last week. Okay, all right. I'm getting old, man, so everything is just a blur, I don't know if I got up this morning or not. So anyhow, but anyhow, yeah, that was great. And I invited him to come back on, hopefully he will join us and continue to, be a part of the party here. And also the brother who called me earlier, Jamar, he's, like I said, he's a very serious writer, and he's doing some stuff in a lot of different venues. I didn't realize how deep is. In fact, he's on the front cover of the latest Black Directory that Brother Richard Utley put out for 2023-24. And I didn't realize that. So we talked about it, and he said, hey, and I have the directory. So I looked at it, it's like, okay. And then I read his bio. So he's a serious writer. So I'm hoping that he will take time to join us as well and talk about his craft and his work and all that good stuff. So let's do this real quick. Let's, just for the sake of people who are out there watching the program who may be interested in writing and inspiring to write, let's just give them some tips. Let's, I spoke this past week over at Central Penn College, and I was able to be there, one of the Black History presenters, even though it was, March. We talked about the book, The Other Westmore, which I found absolutely fascinating. If you have not read The Other Westmore, please get a copy and read it. It's a wonderful story of two young men, both named Westmore. One goes to prison for life because of his involvement in the death of a police officer, and the other one goes on to win a Rhodes Scholarship and goes to Oxford, and is just doing phenomenal things around the world. But he reads about this other Westmore, both of them coming from Baltimore, Maryland, and he's thinking, wait a minute, I grew up in the same neighborhood, in the same area, how did this guy who's, my namesake end up here and I'm up there? So he actually, made an attempt, and it was successful in meeting with, we'll call him Wes. And the guy who wrote the book, we'll call him Moore. And Moore sat down with him and just asked him some very pointed questions about his life. And then also goes over his life. And Moore actually had some incidents in his past as a young man that, caused his mom to say, you know what? I'm sending you to Valley Forge Military Academy. And so, because she saw some things that she didn't like in terms of where he was headed. And then he didn't like to, he didn't want to be there. He went kicking and screaming, but his life took a dramatic turn, and he finds himself being a Rhodes Scholar. And then the other West, who also had, a lot of possibilities, but he also has some influences that were a little bit different than Moore did. And so he ends up, like I said, in prison. And the way the brother writes, I mean, it really is a captivating, it pulls you right into the story. And so we had a great time talking about the story, but also the book and the author and why the author used, the crafting that he used and told the story the way he tells the story. And, so anyhow, so both of you are master storytellers in my mind. I really appreciate the way you both write and you tell stories. And I love to hear you read your works because I think your voice captures, the exact, cadence and passion that you want told in the story. So let me start off with let's do ladies first this time. And Ro, I'm going to ask you to give some tips and pointers on when you are creating characters, writing a story. What's going on in that mind of yours, because you come up with some stuff, and so it's like, how did you
I think I
create
told you
this?
last night, the other night, that I said, "Oh, I got a plot twist for you."
Mm-hmm.
I
Yes,
usually
sir.
have these like it's weird. I usually have these like moments and there's somewhere where there's no paper and pencil.
Mm-hmm.
Washing my hair in the shower and be like, "Why didn't I think about that before?" And of course, there's no paper and pencil in the shower.
Mm-hmm.
By the time I get out of the shower, get dressed, and come to where there is a paper and pencil, I have forgotten the moment.
Yes. Yep. Have you used a tape recorder? People always say use a tape recorder. Do you find that really helpful or
My
no?
brain does not like people who dictate their manuscripts.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how they do it. My brain doesn't work that way. It literally, I think it's because I am such a kinesthetic learner. Like I
Mm-hmm.
literally have to touch things to learn it. Like
Mm-hmm.
I'm a very kinesthetic teacher. It's like I'm gonna give you stuff. I'm not gonna just talk. I'm gonna give you a lot of stuff.
Okay.
And I think
Mm-hmm.
it has to do, I'm not auditory either. Like
Mm-hmm.
you tell it to me, if I'm not writing it down, it's gone out of in one ear and out the other. No.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like when people give you directions. Like I went to the middle school in Middletown today, and I had been there, but it had been like maybe 2 or 3 years. And I was a music teacher, and I am not musically gifted whatsoever. So the secretary is telling me how to get to the music room, and of course it's in the back of the school. And I'm just giving her the deer in the headlights look because she's telling me so quickly because she's doing like 50 other things. And I
Mm-hmm.
knew I would find it, but that's how I am with directions.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, okay, I got turn left, but those other 4 directions,
Yeah. Well, I'm glad you said it because, and I find the same thing. I thought it'd be great to have a mic. I had that little cool little recorder thing, and it just didn't work for me. I mean,
it's the way
I'm
your
thinking
brains are
it,
wired.
yeah, it's not like that. So I thought, how do
Yeah.
people do it? I couldn't do
No,
it. How about you, Neil? Have you ever used the recorder and are you able to, capture that thought and put it in that recorder?
No, I don't use a recorder.
Mm-hmm.
I try to keep pen and paper around in different locations so that I can write something down when I have that thought. Like when I go to the gym, I go in the sauna, I take a pad and pen with me.
Okay.
Um, so I just try to keep it around handy. I'm watching television. Over there, it's on a table somewhere near the TV, and I'll pop in, I'll something come up. Because there's a lot of things you can just pick up, from just watching television, just from
Mm-hmm.
listening to
Absolutely.
people. I mean, it's just so much that you
Mm-hmm.
can just pick up on, and your mind is working and how it goes. But talking in the microphone, that thing, record it.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah,
see that
yeah.
as something that I could do. It interests me. No, I never.
Yeah,
I think.
I thought it was just me for the longest time. I thought, how come I can't make this work for me? But then I realized a lot of people like yourselves, say the same thing. It sounds like a cool thing to do, but no, it's just not, so we all have our way that we capture whatever it is that we capture and, kind of thing. And it's funny, I was listening to this last Saturday, we had a speaker and I thought she was fascinating young lady. She's still in seminary and everything. But she said something, and then this lady in the audience said, oh, that's like the preacher, the altar candy, how they have the altar candy. And I said, the altar candy. And she was talking about how some of the preachers are just so, well put together, she called them altar candy, whether or not they have substance is a whole different story. But anyhow, that's the whole way to, I said, go ahead. And that phrase stuck out my mind. I said, I got to use that somewhere down the line. I don't know why or how, but there were different things. So certain things stick out with me. One of the things I find, tell me if this works for you, Neil, outline. First off, my handwriting is ferocious. Okay. So if I'm writing fast or trying to write something down fast, I'm not even sure I'll know what it is 2 minutes later. So I'm real careful. But if I write too slow, I might miss I might not capture, right? So I try to use outline form for me, and I'll try to, and then it jogs my memory, and I can go back to, oh yeah. How do you, do you write it word for word, whatever it is you're trying to put down, or do you do more of an outline? How do you do it?
Well, I go where I go story and then I just go along with it. There's thoughts I may have, and I may put something down and write it, and I'm gonna incorporate this later. In the story, certain things that may come to say, okay, this is a good. I just may write a whole scene, and then just incorporate it later somewhere down, and so that's how just.
Yeah. Okay. So you put it down, and then you might make it fit. You might find a place for it.
Right.
Is what I'm hearing. Okay. How about you, Ro?
I'm definitely an outline person. I don't know. I love the save the cat method.
But break that again. Break that down for us.
Save the cat.
Okay.
It looks at the hero's journey. It looks at external, internal wants. It takes you through a whole process of writing. I think you and I were talking about this before about, format. And I'm a very formatted writer. It's like I have to have an outline. I have to have a particular system that I use that works for me.
That's good. That's good. I was listening, and I appreciate that when I thought about it, because we had that back and forth. And I was thinking to myself, I said, but you're much more than, but you're telling me that's who you are. And like Maya Angelou said, when someone tells you who they are, believe them. Just you already told us who you are. Well, I remember listening to Sonia Sanchez, and she said how she had this big cluttered desk for years now. Of course, she's up in her 80s and everything now. I don't know what she does, but at one point she said she had all of these things on this desk. You come in and think, well, look at this mess. But for her, that was her creative space. So she had articles, newspaper clippings, mementos that she may have gotten from something. She said, and invariably, as she's sitting at that desk, something's going to click because of all these different pieces or parts of her life, the parts of things that have inspired her or fascinates her. So anyhow, I thought, yeah. And so everyone has a thing. I remember, what is her name? Diane McKinney Whetstone talked about how she found peace in her house at 5:30 in the morning because it was just so quiet. She said it had to be that time of morning, 5 or 5:30, I forget which one, but she said she would get up and she'd write for like an hour and a half straight because it would be and the kids would start getting up right around 7. By that time she's cool, she's, but yeah, everyone has that thing. And she said, I don't know why that was the moment where I seemed to have the most, creative juices.
I'm that way too. I'll be up at 4 o'clock in the morning and get a couple thousand words. Yeah, like my other ghostwriting client is from another culture. And I've got a stack of just craft books over here that I had to read, and then along with the research about the other culture before I could really take off and start writing this, because it sounded too much like me. And now it's sounding like her, and being able to wrap myself around that culture and understand it was so different from mine.
Do you remember, Ro, there was a gentleman, Diane, what was Diane's name? They were older couple, and they would come down to the Wordshop. Yeah, what was his name though? I
I
want
want
to
to
say,
say Richard, but that
I
might
want
not
to
be
say Bill
right.
or Bob or something. You
Yeah,
said Richard. Hmm.
I'm thinking
He
Bill,
wrote about his,
William,
huh?
Bill, William, maybe Richard. It's either like a very common name. I know exactly who you're talking about, but
Yes,
I don't remember
absolutely.
his name either.
But I don't think that's the name, either Will, Bill, Richard, yeah, but hey,
Oh,
Nanette, how you doing?
Doing great. I just
All
got in the
right.
house. I don't know where the time goes.
I'm telling you, I know what you mean. But I'm so
I,
glad to see you. Glad you're on.
I was at my granddaughter's basketball game and they lost.
Did they?
oh.
Yeah, she went
Okay.
out in tears.
Oh boy.
It was
Yeah. Well, that means
the kids on the other team were a little taller and a little bigger. And it's
okay.
only two girls. It's two girls on her team. The rest of the guys, they're boys. I said,
Oh, okay.
what Abrielle said, and she was saying, they knocked her wrist down or something. She always got something. I said, Abrielle, you're playing with boys. You're going to just have to toughen up because that's the way the boys are going to play. They don't care that you're a girl. If you out there, you're going to have to toughen it up.
There you go. That's the true story. How old is she?
9. Wait,
Okay,
she
yeah,
just
that's a
turned
good age.
10?
Yeah. Okay.
I think she just turned 10. I'm not sure. I
Well,
can't
good.
keep up
Good
with
for
these
her. I'm glad.
kids.
Yeah. Tell her, keep on playing. That's good stuff. That's good stuff. Well, listen, I forget, okay, yeah, I forget his name, but he wrote a book about his experience in the Peace Corps. You remember, Ro?
Yeah, I
Um,
do remember. I remember that couple.
yeah, in the Peace Corps, but he captured, I mean, when that guy read that stuff, it was like, listen, watching a movie, you know? And I
Mhm.
just can't, well, Nanette, you remember Diane and the gentleman, their husband and wife team used to come out, and they were in Middletown. And they came, hey, is that Wendy?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, hey, how you doing?
I'm good. I'm good.
All
I
right.
just stopped in to say hello to you all and report to you and let you know that it's been a good day here at the mall, at Capital City Mall.
Okay,
Oh, great.
all right.
Yeah, yeah,
Good.
absolutely. So we're packing up. We're packing up, but definitely wanted to tell people to come down and check us out. We're in front of Victoria's Secret.
Oh.
So every time I sell something, I got to run into the store and buy some. No, I'm just kidding.
You
I
would
got to
be
put
from
something
Victoria's
on
Secret.
layaway.
That's pretty cool. And so, now that's a Capital City Mall, right?
Yes,
Okay,
yes,
very good, very good.
yes. So
And-
so Nate, both of our tables are at Capitol right in front of Pink and Victoria's Secrets. And so let me see, I can kind of let you guys see. And then I'm gonna jump off. I didn't want to interrupt, but I just wanted to say hey to you
Okay.
guys. And then I don't know how to.
You're
Well,
gonna be
don't
there till
worry.
9?
Tell us about what's happening over there, though, so that people that are here listening, may
So
want to go over tomorrow.
we're doing a pop-up shop. We're doing a pop-up shop here at the Capital City Mall. And there are quite a few actually, of entrepreneurs, small business owners, local business owners that are here, from not just Harrisburg, but mainly Harrisburg. So all throughout the mall, there are tables set up, and we are basically just kind of, not kind of, but we're just selling our stuff. And see if you can see that way.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah, nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very
So we've got our books, we've got our tables. And so it's been pretty good. We open with the mall and we close with the mall.
All
All
right.
right.
So we're here today,
Long day.
tomorrow and Sunday. And it's been pretty steady. I think tomorrow will be a little bit busier because it's Saturday, but it's been kind of steady throughout the day. Taft is here helping, but of course, because he's Taft, y'all just won't even believe that Taft right now is in the toy store.
Okay. Well, listen, there's nothing
Can you
wrong with
just
that.
imagine?
It's a game store,
Ain't nothing
right?
wrong with that.
No, it's the toy store. Taft is in the toy store.
Okay. It says
I
game.
don't know.
Got
I don't know
games
what
there.
he's doing. It says
Yeah,
games, but Taft is in the toy store. And
that's
so,
good stuff. Well,
but it's
listen,
actually been pretty good. We've had, groups coming by, from time to time. You can kind of see people going by and things like that. So it's been pretty good. It's been
And
pretty good.
so you'll be there tomorrow and Sunday. Is that what I heard you
Yes,
say?
we'll be here tomorrow from 11 to 8 tomorrow, and then Sunday from 11 to 6.
And I don't mind saying that she's actually selling some of my books. Now, my question to you is, do you still need that that cutout of Denzel Washington to sell my books? What's going on?
You know, someone, I think we're good on that this time. But
Oh.
true story, true story. A lady walked by, it was an older couple, and she saw your book, and she said, "I know him. He's been around. He does a lot of stuff." And so I said, "Oh yeah, Nate Gaston." She said, "No, I know him from somewhere else." I said,
Long
"No,
time.
that's Nate Gaston." I was like, "Look, that's Nate Gaston. That's
Listen, I
not."
do have an alias. Leave that woman alone. She knows what she's talking about.
Yeah,
Yeah, her husband was like, "Let's go."
I should have gave you some books to sell.
Yes, yes, we are here. Taft has been, well, until he's over there playing. I'm looking to see I don't know what that boy is doing, but anywho, yep. So
Stop
we've
by
been,
tomorrow and bring you some of my books to
yeah,
sell.
stop by.
Okay.
We are here, and it's been, like I said, it's been pretty steady. So I just wanted to jump on and say hello to you all and let you know what's going on, and let everybody know to come down, stop by. We've got some free gifts for everybody that stops by the table, and we've got Chow Chow. The Chow Chow, of course, is going quick, and so we're meeting people, networking, getting a chance to talk to people. So so far, it's been a good experience.
Fantastic. Well, I'll drop in tomorrow and check you out.
Okay, all right. We'll look for you.
Okay. Thanks for coming
All
on.
right.
Appreciate you. All right.
No
See you
problem.
now.
All right, see you guys. Take care.
Thank
Good
you.
seeing you guys.
Right.
Good seeing you.
All right. Bye-bye.
That's Wendy
Yeah.
Noche Onye from the Capital City Mall. Okay, real good
Yeah,
stuff.
that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna
Anyhow.
bring her some books tomorrow. She's right around the corner from me.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, I'm over here in Camp Hill, so she's not that far. I think tomorrow I'm gonna
Fantastic. Good,
go
good.
drop some books
Yes,
off.
that's right. Capital City Mall is in Camp Hill. For those people who don't know, I'm sure everybody knows where it is. Yeah. Nanette, we were talking about various different things. What's going on with you? Is there anything, we're talking about writing things, anything that's coming up or anything in the community that we'd be interested in, or that people, on Facebook might be interested in.
Well, New Hope, we're having our women's fellowship tomorrow at 10 o'clock, but I'm going to be in between because I got a funeral tomorrow.
Oh, boy.
And, people are leaving here.
Yes, they are. Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
The older
What to
we
say?
get, the more people will be leaving here. Let's be honest about
Yeah.
it. We just know.
But that's about,
You
Yeah.
went out. I don't know.
Well, I don't know if you know Robert Diller.
Yes.
He was the policeman of detective.
Yes. Yeah. Hey, you're going in and out.
What
I don't know if
happened?
it's me or if it's you. Sometimes
You
I
can't
think you're frozen.
hear me?
I hear you now a little bit.
Can you hear me?
You're going in and out.
Yeah, you're going in and out, Nanette.
Okay, I don't
Did you go? You're back.
I don't know. I don't know what happened, but anyway. Yeah, Robert Diller, he used to be a policeman and detective here.
That's right.
And
Yes.
I think he was about 71 or something like that.
Okay.
But he had some health issues.
Okay.
And he was my ex-deceased husband's cousin.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And his father was a policeman here in Harrisburg. Dillard's.
So they had his funeral today?
Tomorrow at First Baptist.
Tomorrow, First Baptist. Okay. All right. God bless the family. We're sorry to hear that. I didn't know he had passed, but yeah, okay. Wow.
And
one of the
great musicians from the Scott White family, Marie Franklin, her son passed away the other day. So his funeral is going to be next Tuesday. They're trying to go to Little Rock, Arkansas. And I tell you, that was a shocker one. That was a hard one.
I can only imagine. Yeah. Wow. Jeez, like you said, so many people, and we lost Robert Harden this week.
Yes.
This past Sunday. Yeah.
Me and Robert were raised together in Hillside Village in Giro.
Come on now. Wow.
Yes.
Mm. And the
We used
sad
to
part
be
about
we used to be play boyfriend and girlfriend.
right. Yeah, Rob, he was he always rode a bicycle. Everybody knew Rob from the bicycle,
Yeah,
and also the long dress. You know, he was literally at the African American book reading
that's what
last
somebody said.
a week ago Saturday. And then he he looked vibrant, look, you know, and at that event, right after it was over, he had a massive heart attack at the event. And then he never really recovered. So, you know, hats off to him and his family, prayers, you know, lifted up. Um, and I know his daughter was very close to him, and I understand she was having a very difficult time. So, you know, much love to her, and hopefully, you know, people will reach out to her and rally behind her. They had plans to do something and had no idea that this would happen. And when I saw him, he looked vibrant. I mean, he looked like he was just, you know, like you and I standing here talking right now. And he was talking to Floyd Stokes.
Yeah,
In 2 hours, he was
he tried to take care of himself. Mhm.
yeah. You know, well, you never know. I was talking to a brother yesterday, Pastor Derek James, talking to him today, and yesterday actually, and he said the doctor said to him that he didn't have any major blockage. What he had was some plaque break off in his heart, and then it blocked an area and caused. So that's the one thing we never talk about, that you can. He works out all the time. This guy Derek James does, and also my former supervisor died. He worked. I mean, he was literally on the treadmill. He went down to the Broad Street Market every Friday. He got fruits and vegetables. He ate right. He never gained a pound. This guy was like 175
Wow.
pounds at the most, and he had a massive heart attack. And they said you never know if the plaque is going to break off. So that's people think it's just because it's not just that. Yeah. But anyhow, let's go for that. But it is what it is. God bless all those who have
Yeah.
come, the whole bit. But back to the writing piece, and that's why we're here. Let's
Okay.
do this. Let's have a
Sorry.
conversation about. It's 8 o'clock now. Okay, so let's have a conversation about the writers' workshop. And Ro Brady, Neil Owens, Ned Swanson are on. And if any of you have something you'd like to read tonight, now's the time we will do it. And then also we have some more videos. In fact, let's do one more video and let you collect yourself. And let's do a round robin of reading, anything, and then we'll talk about other things going in the community. I want to mention again that on March the 30th, we will have our Easter egg hunt with the Writers Workshop Life Esteem at 900 South Arlington Avenue. It's free and it's open. We have a lot of activities planned. It's going to be outdoors and it's going to be a lot of fun for the entire family. So please, bring your family out. We're just going to have a ball. And last year we did, and we had, Easter Bunny there, and Easter Bunny really was pretty cool. So, plan to be there. Or be square. And I think the time is, well, you know what? We had a flyer. Brother Chris will put that up again for us. I think it's like 12 to 5, which is what we had in mind. So anyway,
5.
I think so. Brother Chris will bring the flyer up. I'm going to make sure I don't say it wrong. And then, we're going to do a video here too. But Neil, did you have anything to read tonight?
Not really, but I could read some, yeah.
Okay, okay, great. Ro, could you read something for us tonight?
Sure.
Okay. All right, excellent. Nanette, you'd have something that you could share for us tonight, read for us tonight? I think Nanette is frozen there. Is that me or is that?
Yeah, I'll read something that I've read before.
Oh, good.
Last July.
Thank you. Okay, excellent. So we'll all read something tonight then and everything. But let's do the video first.
I don't know.
That's okay. It is. Hey, listen, sometimes mine is real unstable at times too.
Okay.
We're gonna ask Brother Chris to show us a video first, and then we'll do the the round robins. Or he may be busy at this point. We could also just start reading.
Okay, I'm sorry, Dr. Day. Were you ready for a video, sir?
Yeah, could you? Yeah, if you can,
Yeah.
that'd be great.
Okay, give me 1 second. I'm closing this conversation with this gentleman about a website. Okay, give me a call, brother. I'm gonna play this video for my client here.
Friday, tomorrow, Monday, okay?
Thank you.
All right, you be blessed, okay? You and the family, okay?
All right.
Again, tell your wife and say congratulations.
So be it, man. God.
All right, God bless you, God, man of God.
All right. Thank you, brother.
Where I come from, a woman is made not born. Her fate is to subject, to be trampled upon. Her purpose compressed in a cup too bitter to drink from. Her dreams remain dreams unborn. Her aspirations stillborn. Mindset restrained before they're fully formed. Here where I come from, a girl's body is not her own, and her father's house is not her home. Because here where she calls home, home's burden's too heavy for her heart to hold. And like girls before her and the ones after her, it will swallow her whole. But this circle ends with me, her. I shall speak for me, her, speak the truth. I shall recount those horrible tales with all the gory details, and you be the judge if these practices should still prevail. I still bleed, still cry like a deprived kid, still smell, still harassed by emotions I'm too embarrassed to tell, and swell, sometimes I want to yell, to tell that unlike you promised, all is yet to be well. Mommy, I dare say you lied. A piece of me had died, like that night you tore not just my body, but my soul alongside, and although no longer bare on the outside, I still bleed from the inside. Mamana, you told me the passage right is not a violation of my human rights, that the pain it once will linger for a few days, and in a few days it will all fade away, that all will be well. But why do I still feel unwell? Why? Why beneath my thighs feels like they carried coals from hell? Why does my life feels like it's trudging on eggshells? I still bleed, still convulse till my body is still gnash my teeth, still ball my fists as I glean strength from my waist bead. Each time I pee, I plead to God that I might die. I still bleed, still see rusted daggers, still see the unbroken eyes and will of my convinced mother. I still feel her weight as she saunters and puts my thighs asunder. I'm still at war with anger. The betrayal still lingers. Today my husband remains a stranger, one with an unquenchable hunger, and I, a barren bride offered for a prize. I was 9, and today 29. My mindset refined, and my wounds have never been more defined. I am a semblance of anything but fine. Look at me. I beg you, take one long look at me and swear to me that this was all for me. And if it is, where is my prize? Where is my reward for years of forced sanctity? Where is my dignity? Where is the pride my youth was deprived for? Where is the promised crown of womanhood, the one I paid dearly with my childhood? Where? Here, where I come from, a girl's body is not her own, and her father's house is not her home. Because here where she calls home, home's burden's too heavy for her heart to hold. So like girls before her and the ones after her, it will swallow her whole. Will this circle end with me? As I recount these horrible tales with all the gory details, you judge if these practices should still prevail. Thank you.
Did she say she was a forced bride at the age of 9? Is that what I heard her say? Wow.
Yeah, it sounded like that's what she said. In her country, wherever that was, I didn't get the, but
Yeah. That's powerful though.
yeah, with the, that was really good and appropriate for this Black History. Is it right?
Yeah. But we say Black History 365, so
March.
we don't start this month. But also
This is Women's History Month.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, well, yes, we can.
No, I guess
Can
not.
you hear me?
No, month. It's March.
Nanette, can you hear me? Nanette,
Yeah,
you can hear me?
Yeah, I can't see that. I hear you
I can hear you.
both, but I can't
Yes.
see that.
Yes,
Okay.
I can hear you.
Okay, good.
Yeah, I can hear.
All right.
I'm on. I
Good.
don't
There
know.
you go. Yeah,
It must be the
Yeah, there she
internet.
goes.
yeah,
I don't know
probably
what-
so. You're freezing, but your voice is still strong. Yeah.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
wow.
Yeah. All right. Brother Chris, that was a good one, man. Thank you.
It was.
Yeah, appreciate that. Do you know which country she was from? Any idea?
Let me see here. It says UNICEF high level discussion ending female genital mutilation and sexual gender based violence. But it doesn't say where she's from necessarily, unfortunately.
Okay, but that's a good piece though. UNICEF though, that probably is connected to the United Nations campaign they had. Yeah. Okay, very good. Thank you. So who's going to read
Some
for
part
us?
of Africa.
Yeah, definitely.
Could be Sudan.
It could be Sudan. Yeah, yeah.
And I'm writing about that same thing right now with
Mm,
my ghostwriting client.
okay, all right. Okay, so did you want to start off, Rob?
Sure.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Okay, tell him I'll be right there. The one I'm gonna read is one I just wrote not too long ago. It's
Okay.
called Black Mama's Day.
Mm,
It's really for Mother's Day. I am the mother to all Black babies in the world because I am the sister to all Black mamas of the world. We are all connected by the same birth pains that gave us entry into the empty spaces of our hurt feelings, broken promises by men that seriously thought that the words doormat were stamped across our foreheads in permanent ink. We all walk down the same path, the one with the hidden agendas, backward compliments that come from mouths that have been whitewashed into believing that reaching a hand out to touch a Black woman's hair is an acceptable microaggression that we should simply be willing to bear. We are all sisters sojourning to places where our degrees, intellectual abilities, and words that spill from our mouths that some say, I thought you were white, are you're quite articulate for a Black woman. Sometimes we find ourselves telling our truths, spilling the tea while drinking the coffee in order to stay woke. The motherland ain't Africa no more. It's the place where all Black mamas trying to keep their Black babies off the streets and coroners' cold slabs. This is just the beginning of this tale, because happy ever afters are earned and not passed out like lollipops laced with goodness and happiness. See, we coming to you, not at you, because we all just Black mamas standing on business.
mm, I like
Mm,
that. And the
okay.
title again was?
Black Mama's
That's
Day.
for Mother's Day.
Black Mama's Day.
It's very, very well written.
Yes.
Thank you.
By the way, when is Mother's Day? What day is that on? Anybody know?
I haven't looked that far.
Yeah.
May.
I have
It's usually in May, right? Yeah. And Father's Day is in June. Yeah, okay.
Oh, because the year that my son was born was on Mother's
April,
Day.
May,
It's
June.
12 this year.
Okay. I heard
Yeah.
somebody say it's on May what?
It's on the 12th. It's
12.
a Sunday,
Okay.
on the 12th,
12.
the second Sunday, 12th.
Great, great. Thank you. Okay. All right, but well written. Yeah, thank you, bro. Appreciate that. Yeah. Neil, or did you want to go next?
I'll go last.
Okay. How about you, Nanette?
Well, I mean, am I going in it?
Yeah, you're going in and out, but I
Can
can hear, but when you talk, we can hear you. I
Hear
think.
me?
Yes, uh-huh. I can hear you.
See,
She's had some technical problems.
Yeah, yeah.
well, I mean, I don't know. It's just, I don't know what it's, must be they're saying something about the internet. So you hear me
Yes,
now?
yes, we can. Mhm. Did you want to read something now?
She's doing technical. So you want me to go ahead and just go?
Why
Oh,
don't you go? Yeah, why don't you do that, Neil? Thanks, man.
Well, yeah, I can read it. I mean, as long as you can hear me.
Oh, we can hear you, but you keep disappearing.
Yeah. And that just start reading it. Let's see if we can if it comes
I don't know
through.
why I'm disappearing. I can see myself right here in the camera.
We talking about your voice. So just sing, just read, and let's see
Yeah,
how it
Okay.
yeah,
plays.
just
She
read.
may have to
Well,
reboot
this
her
I
computer.
wrote
Look
on
like
in
she.
Well, Nanette, do us a favor. Brother Chris said, can you reboot yourself, go out and come
Yeah,
back
you
in?
may have a bad connection in that. I think because it's lagging very very bad.
Very badly, yeah. Why don't you go out and come back in, Nanette?
yeah, because it took a while for you to bring me in.
Well, I'm
Okay,
sorry.
let me do
I
that.
still a guy called me about a
Let me
website. We
do
were
that.
talking about building that. My apologies.
Okay, she went out. Maybe she'll come back in then. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna keep an
That's
eye out.
probably the best thing to do. Yeah. Yeah.
Sure, sure.
Mhm. Yeah. But in the meantime, if you want to go on and read something, Neil, we'll let her. Yeah.
Okay, you want me to go ahead and read something?
Yeah.
Sure.
Mhm.
Okay, this is a scene from the Rise and Fall of the Fourth Reich. This is a scene of just to tell you what's happening. This is a man named Saul who's a Jew, and he is his fiance is happened to have her brother. Her family is neo Nazis, but she doesn't know that, and they're not very happy about the fact that she is with a Jew. And this is just a scene of him leaving the office. It's Valentine's Day, and he is thinking about he's going home to her. You know, they're engaged to get married, and so this is what's happening. He's in a happy, jovial mood.
Okay.
Saul stepped out of the elevator on P1 and headed towards his car in a nearly empty and well-lit parking garage. He was thinking about his love for Summer when he saw the back of a man tussling with a woman for a purse outside the back of a car. The woman's frightened eyes saw Saul. Help! She ran. Saul ran towards the woman as she fell on her back with the purse in hand. Hey, fella, leave her alone. The man turned, and Saul saw the pale red face of a mature man and shouted, "Get away from him." The woman scrambled to her feet and sped towards the exit, screaming for help. I lost something right now. Okay. The man reached into his coat pocket and pointed the gun at Saul. Saul stood still and said, "Just leave. You don't want a murder charge. If you need money, you can have my wallet." The man grinned and fired 2 shots into Saul's chest. The 2 women that had exited on P2 heard the commotion and gunshots. They were the first to notify the police. Saul lay bleeding, trying to get words out of his mouth as the assassin looked down at him. When the police arrived, Saul was dead and the woman was found trembling a block away. One of the uniformed officers escorted her back to the garage exit and placed her beside one of the squad cars. A seasoned detective approached her. Miss, my name is Detective Mallory. Are you okay?" The woman shuddered. "Yes." "What is your name?" "Kate." "And your last name?" "Bauer." With a sympathetic voice, the detective said, "Kate, can you tell me what happened?" "I was walking to my car. A man grabbed me from behind. I screamed, and that's what I saw, someone trying to help me. I was scared and ran away. I heard shots while running. I didn't know who was shooting or if the shots were directed at me. I didn't look back." "How many shots did you hear?" "I think 2 or 3. I'm sure." "Why were you in the parking garage?" "Get my car." "Do you work inside the building?" "No, I was at the bar across the street." "Were you alone at the bar?" "Yes." Did you have a conversation with anyone at the bar?" "Several men approached me, but I wasn't looking for a Valentine." The detective held the stare of thinking eyes. "How did you know it was a man that grabbed you? Did you see his face?" "He had on a mask, but he was black." How do you know he was black? I could tell by his voice. What did he say? He told me to give him my purse. I thought he was going to rape me. Did he have an accent? No. Did he sound young or old? Young, like a teen. Let's stop there.
All right. Hmm.
Now, this, as you can see, is in the story, this woman is lying
Hmm.
because Saul saw a pale, red-faced, mature man. She is describing a black man, a teen. And she only see him about because he had a mask on, so she could tell by his voice. So this is just a scene into the conspiracy of what was done,
Yeah.
and that poor Saul was set up.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
Good stuff, man.
if I can comment, Dr. Nate, you guys, I
Please.
don't comment too often. Your ability to tell a story is compelling, man.
It
It's
is,
it's
man.
it's so immersive that it's like addictive, making you want more. It's like a mini series on Netflix. You watch it, then you gotta watch the next one. The next thing
That's
you
right.
know, the whole days went by because you watch episode after episode after episode.
Right.
So that may be something down the line, man. You may want to potentially consider. I don't know what all you got to do to, make something like that happen, man. But you got that mental capacity, man, to put together a whole mini series, man, with all the different characters. I mean, I don't know how you compartmentalize. I mean, we all got different gifts. And that's just not my gifts, but how you compartmentalize. And Dr. Dan has joined us as well. Compartmentalize all those different characters and all those different scenarios and be able to present that so
Okay.
eloquently, man, is amazing.
You said Doctor who joined us?
Dr. Dan Snowden.
Oh, okay, yeah, yeah.
Hello there.
Yeah, hey,
Hey,
Dave, how
Dr.
you
Dan.
doing? Good seeing you. There's a sister on, and I forget the name. You guys might know about her, but she was on Good Morning America now, and I heard my daughter talk about her and my wife, and they were saying how she met this guy, she marries this guy, and finds out that the guy's total fraud, and so she does these 10-minute venues all throughout, and she does 50 of them, and she has over 400 million viewers. I mean, this thing just took off like crazy. So she's on 60 Minutes, Good Morning America, and now she's everyone. But they're saying her ability to tell a story. And so
Sure.
some people are like, well, you should have known and all this kind of stuff. A lot of people are like, this guy was a total, and he's come out now saying that it's all a lie, but most people know that she's telling the truth. But anyhow, essentially what happened is, she marries this guy, he sweeps her off his feet, but he lies about everything. He's a construction worker,
Wow.
but he says he's this high-end executive. He's, just all the whole 9 yards. But they said it's the 10-minute stories that she started telling people can't get enough of. Do you know who I'm talking about, Ro?
No, but what I was thinking about that this would make a great Kindle Bella series.
What's
I've got
that?
two
I mean, you're
Kindle,
talking about who's to make it? You mean Neil?
yeah, his.
Oh,
I've got two
mhm,
Kindle Bella series on Amazon, and you were
mhm.
talking about like short episodical stories.
Oh,
So
yeah,
that's basically what Kindle Vella is. They're short
yeah.
episode
Mhm.
stories. I've
Maybe
got
that's what she did. I don't know, but she's telling the true story
yeah.
though. That's the thing.
Hmm.
And she has a funny kind of name like a Shanta Tatum or something like that. And everybody's calling this woman, but anyhow, but it's the storytelling that brother Chris was saying that Neil has that, ability to really capture you with his stories. And yeah, that's a gift. I agree. That's something that, and again, whoever this young lady is, I haven't heard not one word of it other than when I saw her on Good Morning America. But to have 400 million viewers and
Wow.
all these people following her, and now she's all over the internet and everything. Have you heard about her on the net? She tells about some guy that she married and how the guy was lying about everything and all that kind of stuff. No? Okay, she's still frozen. I can see. All right then. Okay,
Oh
but
yeah,
no
she's
big
having
deal.
trouble
Yeah,
with her
yeah, yeah,
internet.
yeah. So yeah, sometimes
I heard
it's
us.
like it.
There she goes.
Hey, this is Lizelle. Lizelle. Okay.
Yeah, I
Dr.
heard that
Snowden's
story, but I
on
don't
available.
Hold
You said
on. I
you did hear the story,
remember
Nanette?
where I heard it.
Okay.
Right.
Huh? Yeah, okay. She's doing it now. Yeah, yeah. Well, listen, let's welcome it. But Neil, good stuff, man. As always.
Wow. It
That's
says
good.
you're, say what?
I was just saying to Neil, that's
Just give me that. Just go ahead. Get me today.
yeah, you're dying tonight, Nanette. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you may have to
It's
reboot your
really
internet
chopped up.
unless something's
Yeah,
going
yeah,
on with your service
yeah,
provider.
it's really
There's
chopped up.
Lizelle on. So
Hey,
And
Lizelle, how you
Dr.
Yeah.
doing?
Dan as well.
You're muted right
Good
now.
night.
Yeah.
Good night,
Okay.
everyone.
Good seeing you. Good seeing you. Well, listen, I know Brother Snowden came on, and so I'm gonna. Oh, okay, there's Nanette. Okay, she's there. All right, so I'm gonna ask Brother Snowden. Well, actually, Nanette, why don't you read a piece while you are up? Let's see if you can get it in real quick.
yeah, but I didn't want to go do it if my voice keeps going out.
Okay. Well, then we'll just
You
hold
can't
on.
hear me, right?
Right now we can. Right now we can.
Yeah, just go ahead.
Okay, we'll do that then. All right. So
I
I'm gonna
don't
go
know
to
if it's
Brother. I'll go to Dr. Snowden, then I'll go back to
yeah.
Lizelle,
Just go ahead.
and then we'll keep moving.
Yeah.
All right. So Dan, how you doing?
Fine, thanks. Over yourself.
Very good, very good. Hey, I know you have something for us. Well, you want to give it to us
Yeah.
tonight?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Here's one of my signature pieces based on the science that I studied in college. It's called Geology in Life.
Mm.
The science of geology supports all of life upon planet Earth. Without its consummate presence, humans, flora, and fauna have no birth. If there were no geology, then no materials or energy sources would be. Thus, it pays for all of us to give this science a much closer see. More importantly, without geology, water resources would be no more, and society as we know it would soon follow out the same door. Again, if no geology were here to help with understanding natural disasters, all persons who live on planet Earth meet their collective demise all the faster. These are but a few examples of geology's role in life. Perhaps taking the science more seriously could lead to worlds of less strife.
Yes. Good stuff. Always good rhyming scheme, and appreciate
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a
Listen.
good one, Dan.
Yeah.
Glad you like
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, good one.
Yeah,
Nice.
such of a way of being able to make people aware of things that the common man wouldn't know anything about. So congratulations,
Yeah,
good job, Dr. Dan.
that's a
We all
good way
got
of
different
putting
lanes,
it.
and that's
That's
not
a
my
good,
lane, so I couldn't do that like
yeah,
Dr. Dan does it.
that's a good that's a
Sure.
good way of
Well,
putting it.
That's right.
well,
Yeah.
it's not that simple. You see, unlike some people I know who participate in this Wordshop, and they seem to have a natural talent, and just the writing just flows. Me, I have to really sit there and think about how to put these things together. So it takes a little while, but it's the effort's worth it.
It pays
That's right.
off, we
You
can
did a good
tell.
job. Good job. Yep, yep. And let's hear from another wordsmith, Lizelle Powder, from the powder room.
Whoop, whoop, whoop,
Live
whoop,
from the
whoop.
powder room. Yeah.
All right. Okay, let me get
Okay.
okay, let me do this one. Well, it's National Women's Day, so I just created this piece today. So
Okay.
it's called Her Name. Her thoughts are wide like the ocean as her waves crash on the shore, sending multitudes of her aroma through rocks that was planted on sand as her footprints marks her destiny. She sings through the breeze with hymns so soft as her voice echoes through the atmosphere, bringing unity and love to nature. Her strides tells of her beauty that lingers through the waters of her soul, bringing newness of self. Creation calls her woman, queen, majesty, as her crown is well adjusted to the call of her name that speaks of her strength. Her silence is valuable as she plans her next move to know who she is and where to go, for her roots are planted on fertile ground that makes no sound. She bends her knees in prayers for covering. Her family is protected as they call her mother. For her strength was visible in their eyes, that they saw no pain. Her tears no one sees, as her struggles are written in her hands. Her name is written inside her as her body shows her upliftment For her eyes, like twinkling stars, look towards her destiny as she stretches forth and rise to heaven skies, but her name will not go unnoticed.
Mhm. I like to end, we say her name will not go unnoticed. Yeah, that's.
Yeah, that's another very well written piece.
Mhm.
I like
If
the
I-
ending.
Go
Thank
ahead,
you.
I'm sorry.
I like the waters of the soul.
Mhm. Mhm.
Now, how long, Sister Lizelle, have you been with the Writers Workshop so far? And I'm going somewhere with this.
Could be about 3 years. It's about 3 years.
Mhm.
I don't know if you guys remember when Lizelle first joined and started coming around the Writers Workshop, her presentation wasn't as powerful and as confident as it is now.
Mhm. That's very true.
What I'm amazed by just listening every time I hear her now that she even has the show, on the platform, that she
Mhm.
has just grown tremendously. And I want to know what she would attribute that to.
Really?
Is it because you dug in deeper, life experiences? Where did that powerful presentation come from that wasn't there originally when you first joined us?
I don't know. I guess I was kind of shy and I didn't know how to come out and express, but listening and reading other poets and stuff, it made me get more into it and just try to show more. Because I think when I started off, I was more talking about the struggles of what I've been through and what happened and stuff. So I said, you know what, let me twist it around and try to be more, use more wording, use more different styles, technique. I'm still learning, but, so far it has been, I'm mixing my words more and trying to find the words. So normally it's like, I would normally take a piece of cloth and put it over my head so that I could think, come on, think. So, I just gonna continue with it, and do more writing, more practicing and to get better at it.
Well, I like the question because it's such an astute observation. And I think we've all noticed it too, that you are reading with power, But also I noticed that you write all the time. I mean, a lot of times you'll read something that you just wrote. And so that's also, stokes the fire and keeps you going. And so keep doing that,
Yeah.
Don't be like me. Don't slow down. Keep on keep on grinding.
Yeah.
Do your
I
thing,
will.
do your thing. Yeah, I remember the day when I think every day I wrote something, but that's not my reality now, but it's a good reality to have. So just keep on going.
But you're organizing like 12 events like in 1 week though, so I mean,
Yeah.
you got a reason not to be writing though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but that takes away from your craft, I'll be honest. Yeah. So,
Sure.
yeah. But we get it done. We get it done. So, okay, well, good stuff. So, Nanette, how you doing? Okay. All right, we try. Yeah. So, again,
It says my internet wideband is low.
oh,
Yeah, it may be
Yeah.
experiencing issues or high traffic in your location potentially.
okay. Yeah.
Or you may need to reboot your router, not sure. It could be a
Just boost the
cause of
power. Yeah.
differences.
Okay. So,
Yeah,
okay,
it says
well,
it's low.
okay. Yeah. And you're still going in and out too. I don't know if you can hear us, but yeah, that's the reality. Okay. Bro, you wrote a nice piece. That was from your latest anthology, your latest collection. I should say.
Continue.
The piece you
What
wrote
I read
about.
earlier?
Yeah, about your
Oh,
mama.
yeah, it will be in the new one.
Okay, real good. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Did you
can
have
hear
something else?
you. I can hear you. I can see you.
Oh, good. Wonderful. Okay. Good. So did you have did you have another piece you want to read now?
Sure. I can actually read the piece that I wrote for when we did, what was it, the name of it? When we find a way or make a way.
Okay.
I had to find it.
Mm.
It's called We Find a Way or Make One. No, we say. No to telling us that it's impossible. no to telling us it ain't so. When the world pushes in on you like labor pains and boxing matches, where you get knocked down into the system of folks telling you, we ain't got no money for that. You ain't smart enough for that. You too black for that. We grind our feet in place, hold up our heads, put up our hands, grab a pen, pencil, paintbrush, stage, and we find a way or make one. Justice sometimes hides its face, and it needs to be coaxed out of its hiding place. We find the words and ask others to move in its rhythmic movement to cause a movement. We stand here telling you to do the same. Find your place in the sun. Reach for the places where others don't think arms can stretch. When the Black moment looms and you don't think your main character knows what to do, write another chapter, sing another song, paint another picture, direct another piece, sew another dress, gather yourself together, 'cause griots got you talking and smiling. Find a way or make one.
That's a good piece.
Yeah.
Find a way to make one. That could be a model, I'm sure, of somebody, some group,
Yeah.
something.
Nice piece.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. Good stuff. Good stuff. And what made you write that? Do you remember
The
what?
certificate you gave me. Remember when the oh, I can't even remember her name, the artist that came for the award ceremony.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. How about that?
Was find a way or make one.
That's right. That's right. Down at the State Museum, I think we were. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Very good. Very good. Okay. Yeah. All right.
So I
Brother
was
Neil.
thinking about
Brother
all
Neil.
the
Let's
people
check.
that were in there.
Uh-huh. Yeah, that's good. I like that poem. That's yeah. Is that in the latest collection or no?
I don't know. I just wrote it for that event.
Okay. Yeah. Think about what you're gonna do with that. I like that. Give it a home somewhere.
There.
Okay. Brother Neil, can you grace us with some more words and we'll have Brother Dan stand
This
by?
is another scene. This is a different scene of a from the same novel. And what has happened here is that a neighbor who they were best friends, they were neighbors, and her best friend was a Jew. They lived in the same neighborhood for 20 years, neighborhood, good close friends, blah, blah, blah. But at this point, the president has dropped the hammer and he's searching for all Jews and he's after them. And so she, the Jew woman who comes to her, go to her friend, and her and her husband, they abandon her. They neglect to help her. They don't help her. So this is what's happening after that moment. She gets taken away by the militia, the woman. So her friend now this is her state of mind at that moment.
Okay.
Hands of prayer covered Dottie's nose and mouth. God, please forgive me. I'm sorry, Helena. Please forgive me. I won't forsake your son. She ran into the garage and entered her LTD. Remotely opened the garage door and drove towards Moscow, Idaho. The militia stopped her at the border. A huge bearded, pale red man wearing camouflage and a cowboy hat said, "I need to see your driver's license and car registration." She handed him her license and registration. He took it into the tent that was set up off the road between the lanes in both directions and checked if her name was on the list of Jews. When he returned, he said, "Why are you leaving the state?" "I'm going to the farmer's market in Moscow." "Step out of the car." "Why?" "Because I told you." With the engine running, she got out of the car. He readied his rifle and officiously said, "Open the trunk." She opened the trunk. He lowered his rifle and said, "You can go." Dottie looked him in the eye and said, "I hate Jews. I'm glad the president is kicking them out of the country. He should kick out everyone that is not white." The militiaman had a smile that stretched into his eyes and said, "Stay safe, my sister." Dottie got back in the car, waved, and continued to Moscow. Now, the reason she did that, well, I'll just finish this scene up then. When she arrived outside the home of Lena's house, the house appeared vacant. She said, "Dottie, you must have told them what I did." And they found another place to hide. She thought about leaving, but the mental voice told her to knock on the door, and she did. There wasn't an answer, so she knocked harder and said, "Elias, it's Dottie." With relief covering her face, his wife opened the door and they hugged. "I'm glad you're here. I've come to take you to my house." "Where's Elias?" "He's upstairs with the kids." "Pack what you need. I'm going to the farmer's market. Be ready when I get back." "We're already packed." "Okay, I'll back up into the carport so no one else see the car when I get in." Okay, Dottie went to the back store. Trying to make this real quick. She goes there, so then she comes back. I'm just gonna go right into the scene where I'm skipping some stuff real quick.
That's okay.
Dottie handed one of them to the wife. "These are 2 kids. They're in the trunk. Keep quiet and pray," she said. "The militia has a roadblock at the border. I told one of the guys that I'm going to the farmer's market. I need to go there before I go back across the border. Hopefully the same guy will be out there and he won't check my car again." Dottie drove to the market and purchased 2 watermelons, baskets of peaches and apples, and placed them in the back seat. Okay, we're headed to the border. As she approached the roadblock, she turned up the volume on the radio with eyes in search of the guy that stopped her. She didn't see him, and a young militiaman with a hairless face asked her for a driver's license and car registration. He took it into the tent. With her eyes continuously in search of that guy, she lowered the radio and said, "Keep quiet and keep praying." When the young militia exited the tent, Dottie turned up the volume. And when he came back to the car and handed her the license registration, he said, "Can I have one of your peaches?" "Sure." Dottie rolled down the power window. "You can have a couple." He reached in and took 2. "Thanks." Dottie rolled up the window and started to leave when the militiaman said, "Wait, I have to check your trunk." Dottie stared straight ahead with doom written on her face. She was preparing to speed away, but saw the guy that checked her vehicle exiting the tent. She lowered her window and yelled, "Hey, I brought back some peaches for you." The guy hustled across the road to the car. Dottie got out and lifted a basket of peaches from the back seat and handed it to him. "Thanks," he said. Dottie was getting back in the car when a young militiaman said, "Lady, I need to check the trunk." The guy said, "She's good. Let her go." Okay. A sigh of relief ran through her body, and Dottie said within, "Thank you, Lord." So that's how she escaped that scene.
Wow. Giving up those peaches, huh? That's good stuff, man.
But then thinking enough to make them think that she was on the side of the militia by saying that what she said about the Jews when she first got stopped. She said, "I hate the Jews. I want them, they all need to be thrown out of the country." So he felt like she was like his sister. She was one of them.
Oh yeah.
And so coming back, he was, that's what got her through.
Good stuff. Good stuff. All right. Thank you. Dan Snowden, Dr. Dan.
Yep. Yeah, still here, and I got another one if you like.
Yes, we do.
Okay. Here's one called creativity. Creativity is that special trait which affords us all the chance to be free. The methods one sets to implement it determine what new things will come to be. Creativity faces challenges just as many other entities do. Some go to great lengths to hoard this treasure as if it were meant for only a few. Others just stifle creativity, doing everything to destroy its seeds without an iota of realizing its role in meeting humanity's needs. Creativity is responsible for advancements through the ages. God's natural feats, man's artificial ones, have been presented in many pages. Creativity should be respected. It also must continue to be fair. If creativity meets its demise, life as we view it will go nowhere.
Yes, okay. Always good, always good. And you're right about creativity. You know, we got to use it, right? They say use
Exactly.
it. Good stuff, Dan. Thank you. Okay.
Certainly.
Thank you. Lizelle.
Yeah.
If you can read the piece for us.
Okay. That's not, what's this? All right. This is another one that I wrote today. But
Okay.
this one I'll just get it extra big on my eyes. It's called Who Is She? Who is she? Who is she? All right. Her feet that walks with utmost silence as she treads the ground with grace. It's her magic that swings her mood of pure essence. There's no one like her. She's seen in the valleys as nature welcomes her trusted soul. She speaks volumes that echoes her name. As she rises, her scars disappears because of her endurance. She creates, she elevates, she's her own masterpiece. Pieces of her puzzle are yet to be found. They are not lost, but somewhere hidden, waiting for the right moment to shine. Her feet like hinds' feet climbs with bounding steps as she stays focused on her journey. Her loyalty to her family is priceless. She's the earth, the trees, the ocean. She's the universe that cannot be destroyed. Her fierce fire is resilience, comes from struggles that taught her not to fear, but stand. She comes from the grassroots of foundations, civilizations cries her name. Her story is written as her name spells unity. She dances to her own rhythm that shakes her and will not break her. She's unstoppable, unmovable, and unbreakable. What's her name? Say it as it echoes in the wind. That's it.
Mhm.
So when you wrote that piece, where did that come from?
Well, I mostly did it because of how it's International Women Day. So it's just basically depicting women's beauty, women challenges, women, how they feel about themselves. And so I just wanted to write about that basically.
Very good. Yeah, well, you read some very, very good pieces. And I noticed that, you know, the theme of Women's, you know, History Month or Women's Empowerment Day or whatever we're calling it, you know, is something that people are embracing, and that's good. And it's amazing how we move into those slots. You know, Black history, people wrote about Black history, you know, women's history, write about women's history. And so then, of course, in April is Poetry Month. And so let's keep that in mind as well. And we are having, don't forget, on April the 20th, a celebration of, you know, Poetry Month over at Central Penn College. And I'll be giving you more details on that. We're still solidifying and honing, you know, the whole thing, but it's coming together real nicely. We hope that those of you who can support it will support it and be a part of it. We're going to have a lot of fun over there, okay? I'll tell you more about that. And then coming up in May, of course, is Mother's Day. And many other things are going on as far as May is concerned. And then in June is Father's Day and also Juneteenth, you know, and all that good stuff. July, of course, you have the 4th of July. You have a lot of different things going on. I don't know how we'll handle that. August is just August, hot, okay. There is a possibility that we may be able to pull off in either June, July, or August, a riverboat cruise with the Susquehanna Riverboat and do a poetry on the river, Susquehanna River event. And that's looking pretty good. We have a donation that's been given to us that will pretty much cover it at this point, but we'll see. We have to work out all the details. But thanks to Dan Zaleski, I think I'm saying it right. We may be able to pull it off this summer. That's going to be real nice, cool. We may actually want to double the time because I think we had like an hour and a half. We may be able to do like a 3-hour event, going up and down the river and just, enjoying ourselves with food, poetry, and fun. Okay, so we'll talk about that. Anyhow, we have a lot of things that we're looking at. Don't forget, we're going to do storytelling in October, as we always do, the International Storytelling Festival, and we're really trying to ratchet up more of the African storytelling that's going to be associated with the Writers' Wordshop. And we do have a magazine that hopefully will be out this month and then continue on each month, which will be called a Mandala, Black History 365. And so that we're looking at that and staying true to that heading. And so we're looking for submissions and all that good stuff, okay? Let's keep on going. Let's keep on going. Who did I miss? Oh, there was Brother Chris really liked the videos tonight too. And I see we have about 11 minutes left. Would you mind showing us one more video tonight? And because I know you bring up about 4 usually for us. And if you could show us another video, and then we'll do a little wrap up for the evening. Oh, I like that. Look at that. You see that, bro?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
If you must love me when I can still love you back. Love me when I still have use for the attention and the display of affection. You have my permission to show me how much you care about me. Show me when I still have use for your empathy, when I can still feel the warmth in your sympathy. And if you must throw a pity party, do it. Blow some balloons, throw some fireworks, and make them go kaboom. Make merry. Make merry. Make champagne showers, say me some prayers, and give me my flowers, cause 6 feet is beneath you. 6 feet is too far a place to reach you. I can't smell your flowers, nor will I hear your prayers from there. And no matter the tears, nor the care you share, no matter the beauty of the commemoration, my dead cannot show appreciation. Your grief is but a fleshly memory dancing on my grave, one that will never dance past the earth, past the dust to reach me. If you really love me, don't do it when I'm gone. Don't miss me after you've overlooked me. Don't find me after you've lost me. And don't love me after you've buried me. If you must love me, do it now.
Wow, cool. I like the music that's associated with that piece. That was real cool. Seemed to really fit the whole mood of it all. Yeah. Huh. Yeah, I specifically said to Ross, did you see that? Because there's an image that's coming. We'll just leave it right there. Very nice, very nice. Yeah, good stuff. So, in terms of, and thank you, Brother Chris, that was a good piece, man. Thanks for finding that. So, listen, one of the things that we're doing is we're putting together this big celebration in April, and we're looking for some good ideas. We do have Maria Chow will be presenting a piece. She presented a proposal to me. It sounds real good, and we're going to roll with that as part of the day. But we still have other parts that are wide open. And so we're looking for this Maria. That's a great picture, by the way. I like that picture. Wow. Okay, cool. And Maria, Ro, and Wendy have all teamed up to do poetry. What's a poetry tasting part? Is that what you call it, Ro?
It's called
Say it again.
book tasting.
Book tasting part. Yeah, cool. A cool concept. But anyhow, so yeah, congratulations to you ladies. And you had a good time last week. It was 2 weeks ago. You were down in 2 weeks ago. You were down in Carlisle.
Yeah, it was 2 weeks ago. We will be April the 7th. We will be at Ashley's Heart and Soul bookstore doing a poetry readings there too.
Nice. Where's Ashley's located?
It's on it's on Legalstown.
Oh,
Legalstown Road, the one on the square.
Oh, that's called Ashley's? Oh,
Well,
okay.
no,
I
her
didn't
name
realize
is
that.
Ashley. The owner's name is
Oh, her
Ashley.
name's
The store is called Heart and Soul Bookstore.
Heart and, that's okay, there you go. Heart and Soul Bookstore, but Ashley is the owner. Okay. I'm
Mhm.
going down tomorrow. I understand it's gonna be great, really gloomy and gray. We'll see. So I understand it's gonna rain like crazy. I've never been there, so I want to get there. But also if it's too much rain, I'm just gonna lay low because
I know
I'm
what
just
you mean.
tired.
I mean, running around to do tomorrow. I'm hoping it doesn't rain.
I'm hoping, well, it's gonna rain, so, but I guess how hard is, that's my thing, yeah, how hard.
Mhm.
Yes, indeed. I saw you shaking your head, then that, what, you say it's not gonna rain?
No, I'm saying don't let the rain stop you.
There you go. Well, you know what, that's a good
Yeah.
sentiment, yeah, don't let the rain stop you. I like that. There's someone ought to write on that thing, don't let the rain stop you. That's good, that's good.
Mhm.
I remember Patti LaBelle coming to Harrisburg when she was with the Bluebells, and that's when they had that hit song out. When you walk through a storm,
Oh, yeah.
hold your head up high. Yeah,
Hey.
they tore that thing up. They could sing, boy. They were young when I think about it. They were, young ladies. And I was just a little kid, but I remember they tore that thing up. But
I
anyhow,
love that song.
I do too. Yeah, Walk On, right? Is that the name of it?
Hmm.
Walk On?
Yep.
Yeah. Good stuff.
With
Wow.
hope in your heart, and you'll
Yeah.
never walk alone.
You never walk alone. Wow, good stuff.
Yeah.
That's way back there. Hey, there's a good piece that was on, I don't know if it's still on, called Gospel. It was a series that was on, I think, PBS. And I believe it was Henry Louis Gates. And it was chronicling the rise of gospel music. And I know I have at least two parts that I taped. I don't know if there's another part coming up, but if you haven't seen the series, check it out. It will lift your spirits. Really, really powerful. It's Black history, what it really is, but it talks about Black history through gospel music. And so I want to highly recommend that. And there were a number of other things that were on as well that were well done. There's a series on called Black America something. I think it comes on Sunday nights. I've been taping those too. And those are really uplifting and enriching. And they did some Black gospel music on the latest one, latest installment of that. So yeah, so check all those things out.
There's a book club at the Salvation Army. I was there yesterday because I signed up for it, and I
Okay.
was supposed to read this book, The Lost Man by Jane Harper.
Mm.
And I tell you, these senior ladies, I was just amazed at all the stuff they got out of that book and what
Okay.
they discussed and talked about, because I could only get to, I think, the third chapter of the book, because
Mhm.
I was supposed to finish it because, and I guess I had it for about 3 weeks, but I couldn't get through
Okay.
the book.
Oh, wow.
So I'm just starting.
Mhm.
But I
Good
was
stuff.
just amazed at what they brought out of that book, The Lost Man.
Good stuff.
It was
And
really good.
I'm glad you mentioned that because it reminded me that for the first time, I missed one of the 500 men and 500 women this time. It was the 500 men and women reading that they
Yes.
did this past week,
Yes.
Wednesday, I believe it
too.
was.
Yes.
Again, Joe?
I missed it too.
Oh,
Oh, did you? Yeah, I signed up for it. I was going to go to Roland School and this and that, and then things just didn't work out. But
Yeah.
that's the first time I ever missed that. But I understand it was really, really well done. And there was a lot more women. I think there was 95 more women than there were men this time.
oh,
Because
great.
James Trumbull and the other person he's on, the anchor, they had a little contest to see who could sign up the most. And the women, I think, had 95 more women. What?
Wow.
But I understand they really did a great job, and so hats off to Floyd Stokes and the American Literacy Council for always pulling that off. And he's been doing it for a number of years now, and he touched a lot of schools this year too. So they went to a lot of different school rooms and read to them and all that. So good stuff, good stuff. What else was there was I think who was here? I'm trying to name, but anyhow, at the Midtown Scholar Bookstore, they had an author that came and I understand it was a standing room only, packed it out. So Midtown Scholar still real bringing us the top-notch speakers, writers, and all that. So don't sleep on the Midtown Scholar Bookstore, offerings. And if you don't know, you can go down to the bookstore, go on their website, and look up to see who's coming. But they bring in some of the best authors, the hottest authors in the country, the New York Times bestsellers and all those. So they're doing a great job with that. So anyhow, Oh, the gallery. I haven't been to the gallery yet. Don't forget the Nigeria. I'm probably saying the name wrong. Gallery. It's the only Black Arts gallery in the Harrisburg area that I know of, and it's beautiful. It's small, but it's beautiful. And so they're having poetry readings and doing some other things as well. So check out the. Am I saying it right? Nigeria, not Nigeria Gallery.
I have to see it in writing to remember how to say
Me
it.
too. I'll see it in writing still.
Is it on 3rd Street?
It's on right off of 3rd and Broad.
Okay.
Right off of 3rd and Broad. Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, beautiful gallery, beautiful gallery. And so I think Dan, you were there before when you read. Dan, you still with us?
Yeah, so sir, and yes, I did. I recall that place as well.
Yeah. So you've been in it.
Poetry reading.
Very nice.
Yes.
Okay, very good, very good. Okay.
What
very good.
days is it they have the poetry reading?
Well, they don't have it. It's not a continuous day, but they do have people who sign up for various. Like you could sign up to do a poetry reading there, and they're really trying to get more people to come. So I would definitely, and I've seen them on Facebook when they've had the readings, but it's not like they do it every Friday night or in Saturday, something like that. So different poets have read there, and I'm trying to think who was there recently. Anyhow, but yeah. So it's a nice
You
gallery.
have to do that when these 2 books come out.
Yeah. Let's do that. And also right up the street, Chantel, I interviewed her last week. She has the African shop, clothing and other items and everything. So she and I are going to be doing a series on talking about Christianity and African spirituality. She's very much into African spirituality, as I am. But also I'm very much, of course, a Christian pastor. And so we're just going to talk about, how God is seen through both of those lenses. And just have a discussion on that and using some of the literature that's out there and all that kind of stuff. We're gonna do it right from her store. I'm looking forward to that series. Having some fun with that because she's a fascinating person and she's from Cameroon and she does some great stuff. So we're gonna talk about God, and the various perspectives of that. Hey, don't sleep on Life Esteem. We're still coming on Sunday mornings at 6 a.m. Everybody to be up. Sunday mornings at 6 a.m. That means you got to get up at 5 and be ready. Anyhow, it's on channel 21, WHP TV 21. And, we're interviewing. In fact, it's coming Wednesday. We're going to have 3 brand new shows. We're interviewing some outstanding people. And it's always, just a great time talk show. And if any of you are interested in coming on, let me know. Because you may have some topics and stuff that we can, cover. We try to cover a topic, because they don't want us to make it like just a commercial for somebody's organization or someone's book, or whatever. But if we cover topics and then bring people on, and so we have a lot of great topics lined up that we want to cover, education, religion, all that, But anyhow, we're looking for fascinating people to interview, and like you're all fascinating people, and so let us know. And you can always give me a call and, we can set that up.
I have a topic.
Oh, wonderful. Good. Love to get you on. That would be great. But listen, it's 9:01, so we've gone past, we're paying our extra rent here if we're not careful. So let's get on off the air. We want to thank Brother Chris once again for, giving us the space and also bringing up those wonderful videos. And I want to thank you all for coming on, Lazille Powder, Nanette Swanson, Neil Owens, I almost called you Ruby Doll. Okay, Ro Brady, also Dr. Dan Snowden, and who else? Was someone else on tonight too? I think.
Yeah.
Who else came on tonight? Anybody else?
Wendy came on for a
Wendy.
bit.
Who?
Wendy.
Wendy, no chill.
Yeah, Wendy came on for a bit.
Yeah, Wendy.
Yep,
Yeah,
get
Wendy.
over there. Get over to Capital City.
Capital City Mall. Good night, everybody. Have yourself a wonderful
Good night.
night.
Good night.
See you next
Everybody
week.
be safe.
Okay.
Yeah.
God bless.
All right.
Yeah.
Take care.